Hello and welcome. Today we are here to show you how to create a hamper for delivery if you are creating a gift that you are planning on sending somewhere. These are some of our top tips to have a secure but beautiful looking hamper.
Yep, hamper delivery is very, very important consideration. And we're not just talking about it going maybe to Europe or to more like France or Germany, UK, Ireland. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how you put together the hamper, how its whole assembly is impacted. So because we're a company that's done this for many years, this is how we would put together a hamper for delivery further afield.
Yep.
Okay. And this is how we would put it together. So first and foremost, we set aside what it is of the products that we're going to put on the top. For instant opening.
Yeah, we've kind of created like a more difficult one. We've selected a more tricky one. We have these glass jars.
Correct.
So glass, even if it is like alcohol, how will you package that to ensure it arrives as beautifully as you created it?
That's a really good point. And sending hampers for delivery, the glass aspect of stuff is something which is very, very difficult hurdle to overcome.
Yeah.
Do you put it into bubble wrap, which doesn't really work? Do you put it into all sorts of cardboard or whatever, which has sustainability, ethical issues and whatever? So we've found that our hampers don't break, and this is how it happens.
So this is kind of how we do it and how maybe you can try and replicate this at home. So we have 3 jars in this one, so we're just going to separate them, pack them with straw and make sure that they're upright as well. Yeah.
So we've got what we want on top.
Yep.
But on the bottom, what we're going to do is we're going to place them into the corners. Okay, so you place the jars here. Make sure that the jar is not close to that. So you put a jar up in the top, a jar up into the right. You use plenty of straw. I don't know, it's just called straw, crinkle cut paper or whatever. Yeah. You'll find this in your local craft store or whatever.
Or gifting card shop. They'll have them.
They'll have all the various colors. You can buy it in a 2-kilogram bag or something like that. Yeah. We obviously have mountains of this stuff and all different types of colors. So then we can just once we've taken care of the problem aspects of delivery when you come to hampers, we can then put the rest of the things. It's really a quite straightforward process. You put the remainder of the things in at the bottom of your container or your basket or whatever, and it's a simple case then of doing as you would normally do with a hamper.
Yeah, so step 1, create your top of how you want it to look whenever it's open. Step 2, deal with like the more problematic items that are glass, and then you can get to it and start packing.
Yep. I like to create geometric shapes whenever I'm designing them. And I like to give myself sort of exits, safe exits or whatever, whereby if I've made a slight geometric miscalculation so that the hamper looks really good. Now, you can see here that what I've actually got is I've got this one here can have lots of straw around it, but I need to raise the level of what's behind there. So that's whereby I just simply put a little bit more of your straw that
so we're looking for a flat top so that it sits flush against the lid, which is another thing that's going to keep it secure and stop it from shaking about. So you want to kind of push those items flat against the lid, flush against the lid.
You can then put the things around it like so. Because even at this stage, with all of this preparation and presentation that's gone into it, it just takes that to be dropped on its edge and it can potentially break. So you need to put as much absorption as possible into your corners and stop things from moving around. Once you're able to do that, then what you're able to send is unbreakable.
Yeah, and then once you've got that far, you can add your finishing touches. I've gone for this blue, kind of matches in with the top, the grey paper we used. And we tie a bow. So it just helps create that kind of professional finished touch, so that if you are doing this at home, you can replicate kind of how we do them here. So if you enjoyed this video and you like the look of these hampers for delivery, check out our other videos where you can look at our occasion hampers and check us out some more.